So, welcome. This is another episode of the Waiting for Death podcast. I have John Fox here. John Fox is a comedian. He is a buddy of mine. We've been friends for a long time now. And he's a mensch. He's a good guy. Have you drinking yet today? I love weed. He loves booze.
Yeah, I have not had a drink yet today.
No drinking yet today. I've smoked weed today. But you, no booze yet. No booze
No.
yet.
I mean, if we lived in Europe, then that would be classy if you had booze with breakfast, because you're allowed to do that there and nobody cares.
Oh yeah. Okay. Europe is a booze with breakfast culture.
Yeah, and like you do that here and everyone's like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
That's always the thing.
Yeah, no, you're I rarely drink. Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely. I have to be at like a wedding or something in order for me to drink. I have to cuz I don't know. Do you get hungover or you just don't because
It depends
it's just
on the
you?
night, really, for me.
Okay, got it. No, that's fair. That's fair, right? If you drink every day, if you have like 3, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I started blacking out less when I started smoking cigarettes again, which it really is a bad combo.
Yeah, that's definitely now is your family big drinkers or so you got the genes for it or
Yeah,
no?
definitely.
Okay.
Like my cousin was a big drinker, and I think after he passed away, my uncle, he was a booze bag for years and quit before he turned 60.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's
Fair
good
enough.
on him though. He quit over a year ago over almost 2 years now.
Yeah, you can't do it for forever, but you are young. God bless you. God bless the time you have that you're doing this and I hope you quit long before liver cirrhosis.
Yeah.
That's what, right?
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah,
It's
right?
like
yeah. You just got to
it's
quit
like at
before
one-
that. If
no,
you quit before that, you're like, I missed it.
I do
at that
know
point.
I'm like at like one point it's like, okay, maybe I should stop. Like that's always a question I constantly have.
Yeah. And then you just have to. I used to drink a lot, and now I don't drink at all for the most part, and I try not to at least. And every once in a while, I'll have like a week where like I'm like I deserve to drink, and I'll drink like twice in that week for no reason. And then I'll just be like, oh no, this isn't me, and I'll just stop. It's like you know what it is, man. I used to smoke cigarettes and then I quit, and then every once in a while I'd have a cigarette, and I'd find myself like smoking for like 2 days. And booze is like the same thing in that way. You got to quit a million times before you quit. But man, for the most part, dude, I get drunk like a handful of times a year now, man. And thank God, you know what I mean? Like,
I know sometimes when I
thank
drink,
God.
I'm like, okay, if I die, I die. But then sometimes
Yeah.
when I smoke weed, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die.
I love the weed, man. The weed. I have chronic pain, man. Chronic spinal pain, dude. Swear to God. Real bad degenerative disc disease, man. All through my neck and back. And so, man, the weed doesn't heal it, but it distracts my mind a little bit.
Oh yeah,
which is
I
kinda
bet.
nice.
I bet at like
Yeah.
some point, like because like I know you can use it for some diseases. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it helps, it helps.
Yeah, I definitely think too. Edibles help me with inflammation. Whatever is in the THC definitely loosens up my neck and definitely loosens up my spine. And so, yeah, man, maybe if I ever get a ton of money, I'll get a CBD regimen going, I guess. But anyway, we are here to talk about the 7 great questions, and these are the 7 great questions. And you just take your time with the answers. We can edit out any dead spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but so take your time with the answers. But yeah, let's dive right in.
All right, let's do this.
So question number 1: do you believe in God? And if yes, what is that?
I mean, I did when I was a kid because I grew up Catholic and I grew up in a very Catholic neighborhood, so it kind of just gets like entrenched in you, and you go, and that's like you go to church at a young age and you start believing that. And then I'm like in a phase where I'm like, I don't even know anymore. So it's like, who can really tell? And like, I even I know that like when I went to high school, and I went to Catholic high school, like all my religion teachers, they'll just tell us, these are just stories, and you're just like, and then it kind of just toyed with my head a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like you grew up believing, but then you're telling me this is just stories, and it's like
Okay.
there's no like it's hard to say because I think there's no separation from believing or fact. Because even if
So
you believe, some people take it as a fact. You know what I mean?
so you grew up Christian, but then these teachers kind of planted this seed that Christianity is just stories. And so because of that you question the existence of God altogether?
Yeah, a little bit. Because
Okay.
I've just felt like after a while, like the older I got, I felt like the more controlling it had over my life. Because some people
Okay.
use it to like as a guide stone for them, which I have no problem with. But for me, I just felt like I had no control over my life
Okay.
with religion. Like I just felt like it's like, oh, I have to follow like these rules, but it's like at the same time, I'm the one in control of my own life.
Yeah, yeah. So you felt it was definitely overreach past just kind of human decency in
Yes,
general. Yeah.
that I totally believe.
Okay.
I think I also remember like
So definitely organized religion you're not into.
yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore at all. And so now you just float in this kind of realm of maybe God's real. You're not sure.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I do remember like
That's fair.
this one time in like 8th grade. Remember, it was like 15 years ago, and there was like these like they think they found the tomb of Jesus. Do you remember
Okay.
that?
No, but
Yeah, and it was like saying like so it kind of like questioned like literally everything that happened in the gospel, and then you found out like a week later, even though like people in my school, like teachers in my school and priests, they were just all talking about this, like, oh, I think this is ridiculous, but let's see where it goes. And then it ended up like in that whole gravesite, there were like 12 other guys named Jesus
got
that
it.
were
Fair enough.
buried.
Fair
It's
enough.
like, dude, you just dug up a guy named Jesus and thought it
That's
was
funny.
Jesus. I still find that funny to this day, 15 years later.
That's funny if it was like they found it in Mexico. You
Yeah,
know, they found Jesus'
exactly.
tomb in Mexico, and you're like, and then it's just all, it's like a mass grave where a bunch of drug cartel dudes got murdered
Exactly.
or something, and they were all named Jesus.
Yeah, and they were all named
Because you're saying
Jesus.
there's several bodies
It's the
there.
Jesus
Sounds like
gang.
a mass grave situation. That's not good, no matter where it is,
Yeah.
no matter where. And apparently in this story, it happened in the Middle East. I didn't know that Jesus was like a common name back then because he's like the only guy in the book named Jesus.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
always just thought that like that was part of what sold him is that he just happened to be the only dude with that name.
Yeah, think
Um,
when they dug up that tomb, it was like it definitely was an
yeah,
overreach when you found out the actual
yeah.
truth, and
That's wild.
it's still
Yeah.
funny to me
It's
to
like
this day.
I guess just an I am Spartacus situation, and they're all Jesus. Okay. Cool. I feel we did that question. I feel we did that question justice. Question number 2. Do you believe in the devil? And if yes, what is that?
Yes, I do believe in the devil. It comes in
Okay.
the form of Tom Brady. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding, man. Nah, but yeah, I think it goes in the same direction as the God one because it's like if there's no God, then there's probably no devil.
Okay.
But not but like I think but now you think about it like maybe it's probably just like how you see it. It's like even though it kind of goes along the whole false idols thing or something, but like
Okay.
it's like seeing something in like your image. You know what I mean?
Got it.
It's like when you see like a person that's like been tortured in your whole life, it's like, oh, that person's the devil. And then or like you look at your buddy and you're like, you're a fucking god.
Got
So
it.
maybe
Yeah.
it's like I do think it comes along like along those lines where it's like, oh, it's a bit of an overreach, but like maybe it is kind of like an image thing.
So it's the personification of emotion. You
Yeah,
think?
that I do agree with.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sure. Might be. Might be. All right. What happens after you die?
Man, that's something I really don't like to think about that much
Okay.
because the thing is, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really hope it's nothing. Not hope it's nothing. Like, I hope it's not nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if you want something to happen after you
Yeah, yeah.
die, because like if it's nothing, then like is everything just gonna be like pitch black for for the rest of eternity?
Got it.
Like
Yeah.
that's not a thought that I like to like. It's not a thought that like to keep in my head.
Fair enough.
But like if there is like like a heaven or a hell, then once you get there and you're like, oh shit, they were right the entire time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like along those lines of like, it's like 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 a faithful person going, oh shit, I was wrong, or a person who wasn't faithful, like who didn't have like faith, but then he goes up to like gets judged at heaven or hell, and then he's going, oh shit, I'm wrong. So I don't. Yeah, it's not a pleasant thought for anybody in anyone's mind. The way I see it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a thought that makes me scared too. I hope I'm on the right side of history.
What
I
if the
hope
white
so.
people got 72 virgins?
Uh, I hope I'm on the other side. I hope I'm on the right side of history, man, and not the wrong side.
I think that's literally everyone, though. You
Yeah,
always want to be on the
exactly,
right
right?
side.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I definitely I think what I like about your answer is that you seem to have a fear of heaven and hell, and I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good. I don't know. Do you think that's healthy or not? Or
It probably isn't, because
okay,
you're just going out your entire life scared and you don't know what to do, and then the next thing you know, you're probably not living the life the way you want it to.
yeah, fair enough, fair
Because
enough.
it's like you say, it is a fear, but at the same time, you're also living your life within that fear.
You know what I often think about? It's kind of like a sports mentality. Follow me on this one. It's like a win-lose game, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there are winners and there are losers. So it's kind of like a sports mentality. They kind of yeah turned all of existence into like this lifelong sport.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's the correct model for existence. I don't know. I mean, I think there's two ways to play life. You play to play and you play to win. And so I don't know. I kind of think I'm more of the Buddhist play to play. I'm not really a sports guy myself. Or the Zen sort of. I don't know if it's Buddhist, Taoist, the Eastern philosophy of play to play, not play to win. Or I guess you kind of play against yourself. Maybe would be a good way of putting it
yeah,
when you play to play. But yeah, it definitely does turn it into like this like winners and losers game, which I'm very suspect of that myself. I really am, because I don't know if that's a good model for the universe, for a
it
good
probably
paradigm
isn't.
for
I do agree with you
existence.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good paradigm for existence, but yeah, yeah. Have you ever experienced the miraculous or the supernatural?
The miraculous or the supernatural? I don't think I have, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah.
Right, yeah. You never had anything, aliens, ghosts,
No, no, I never.
somebody getting cured of cancer one day out of nowhere
Not that I know of, no.
after doing some retreat. All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't think I've seen that before in my life.
All
No.
right, that's a fine answer. Yeah, is what it is. Do you believe in love? And if yes, what is that? And if no, why not?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say for me
Okay.
because when it comes to love, I'm a bit of a skeptic myself, and I have a hard time accepting it.
Okay.
Because like I'm normally negative and guarded, but I think in this day and age, it's kind of hard to believe in what the concept of love really is.
Got it.
Because like we've got like, and you can give me shit for saying this, but like with like all these different sexualities, and then you got like poly people out there. It's like it kind of just like threw up what I know love is to like a whole different meaning of it.
Okay.
Because it's like and it kind of just makes me think like, is love still a thing, or is it just gonna evolve into something so more outrageous that I can't even understand?
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of like what Jim Jeffries said about like millennials in one of his specials, and how like the older generation just doesn't like millennials, and it's because it was kind of along the line of like millennials think that they're better than the generation before them, but also like one time goes on that like millennials are gonna hate the generation younger than them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's kind of what happens. Yeah. And so you think love is a very relative idea, is what you're getting at.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's for me right now. It's just an idea.
It's a very relative idea that
Yeah,
can kind of
and
morph and change. And I would agree with that. I think words are ideas, and so I think it's more of a concept than anything
yeah,
else in that way. And I think it's very
but
I think it's very abstract to me in a lot of ways. So I don't think you're necessarily wrong on that.
and it can be a little vague.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. It's one of these ideas. Seltzer here. Yeah, love is one of these ideas for me, man. That I definitely it's a word that people throw around a lot, and because of that, I understand its meaning, but also, like we just said, it can be very vague. It
Yeah,
can be applied in a lot of different ways, and so therefore, it's this broad concept of I feel joy over despair.
yeah. No, that I totally agree with.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I love these talks, man. Isn't this interesting? It's a great game. Okay. All right. Is there anyone you you don't have to say the person's name because is there anyone you hate?
Oh, I've definitely have felt hate in my life
Fair
so
enough.
many times.
Okay.
Like there's some like because it like sometimes it's at women that like I've dated or like just tried to date because I get angry very easily.
Okay.
Like I don't show that a lot, but I get ticked off very easily.
Got it.
It's like, and it really isn't because like most of the time I'm just pushing it down, and that's not a healthy thing.
Fair enough.
It really isn't. But I've definitely have felt hate like most of my life, and I like what I've been doing mostly in therapy is like just trying to like get myself to a place to forgive.
Okay.
But there's sometimes I think to myself, did I really forgive them? Because I'm still pretty angry at times. You know what I
Got it.
mean? It's like I know I forgave, but did I mean it? Like
Got
even
it.
I don't even know.
Okay.
But a lot of the people that like I grew up hating, like I don't really even talk to them anymore. So it's kind of like
I'm the same way.
yeah, it's like it like thoughts about them just pop up in my head every once in a while, but after a while, but like other than that, they're out of my life. I don't really need to think about them anymore.
Yeah, I try to not think about the people I hate, but yeah, man, I definitely you get you're I guess the word is haunted by your entire existence, you know?
Yeah, it's a different. It's a kind of trauma.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. The people that you hate are kind of in the back of your head, and so there's this trauma from them, this continuous trauma. Sort of, yeah. Your anger haunts you in a weird way. Your
Yeah.
anger towards them, yeah. Yeah, it's true. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. Yeah. Wow. Look at us. Now, last question. What is enough for you? What would be enough? Like, where would you be like, this is enough?
I mean, because there's always like so many things you can do
Yeah.
throughout your life, but you probably can't do all of it. I mean, I think what I would like to do, I would like, I think if I could do stand up full time, that would be great.
Okay.
Although, like, I don't think I've ever been like funny or good enough to do that yet, but I've been funny enough to stay around for as long as I have. Because remember, back when I met you, you had the beer gut, not me. It's true. It's true. If you're watching this, I gained his beer gut.
Yes.
I will quote that in the camera.
That's true.
But I definitely think I made myself like known enough just to stay around for as long as I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and I think that part has made me tougher. But you know, like I do also think about like settling down at one point, or I mean, I know I still got time, but next year I turn 30, so I probably have to stop with the party antics.
All right. So being a working comic, being a working stand-up comedian,
that would be great.
Would be enough for you. Being a
like that, or just maybe opening up my own bar. That would be great.
Yeah.
You know, maybe give like, I don't know if I would make like an actual comedy club, but like just opening up a bar and giving a space to you know, some of the comics that I've known for years. You know, just a way to give back. But also like just having my, but if like that doesn't work, that part doesn't work out, like, I mean, I would still just love to have like my own little neighborhood bar.
Yeah. Okay.
There's something humbling about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could see you owning a neighborhood bar. I could see you owning a great neighborhood
I
bar,
would.
John Fox.
Yeah, my biggest fear about opening up a bar is ending up on Bar Rescue. I think that's just the regular fear.
Really?
Yeah, like, because you just don't, like, because you watched enough. I think I watched enough episodes of Bar Rescue to be like, okay, maybe I definitely know what not to do. So you don't put yourself in that spot.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think you will have a successful bar because you've watched all these episodes of Bar Rescue.
It definitely helps a little bit. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think all these dreams are achievable for you, John Fox. I really do. And you just got to keep going. The bar one for sure. Very achievable.
Like, I think I'll have enough money, like, maybe a few years down the line to get started with that, though.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that.
And then I feel if you own a bar and you're providing for the community with comedy and stuff, you'll easily be able to start putting together road gigs and stuff like that. And so you'll be able to piece together an income out of those two things.
Yeah, it's definitely something like what DeRosa has right now over on Ludlow.
Yeah.
Because he's a working comic and he just opened up his own and he has his own place now. Yeah, you know, the sandwich shop near Black Cat.
Yeah. So you're gonna have
to check that place out.
Same business model, John Fox. Bar. Will you also serve sandwiches?
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely, like, there's some sandwich types. Like, I think I watched like also like enough clips from Guy Fieri to be like, okay, this looks like something cool to like to try and make myself, or you just kind of think of stuff in your own head.
Okay, I totally dig. Fair enough. All right, yay! This has been Waiting for Death with Joe Camerota. My guest today, John Fox. Also, I want to start a tradition. Instead of plugging what you're going to be doing comedy-wise, I want you to plug something, a book, a show, a piece of art that you want to recommend to the world.
Okay, a show, a piece of art. Okay.
A book, a show, an article, anything. Any piece of art. I
would definitely recommend, if you're a superhero.
A statue to go check out.
If you're a superhero fan, I definitely would recommend watching The Boys because it takes the whole superhero concept and turns it upside its head.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's on Amazon Prime if you have it.
That is John Fox's recommendation as to art. So yeah, everyone, again, this has been Waiting for Death with Joe Camerota. Thank you so much. Fun. Bye.